Hello guys, this is Spicy, and this is a review of the Bandai high-grade Gunpla Builders Beginning G 144 scale Super Custom Zaku F2000. This is the part 2 of the review. The first one I did the Zaku 2 F2. That's actually, that we have all the parts to build that for this kit. And then this part is when I turn it into the actual, that kit you see on the box. So, we have a lot of leftover parts from the original build, so let's talk about that real quick. I think I talk about these. We have different head options, so you can use that. I kept those on the runner. We have the leftover feet. Obviously, you can repurpose these for your other custom builds. We have the back skirts, the side skirts from the original F2, and then we have these thruster parts for the legs. And then we have these attachment point for the rocket pods, missile pods for the legs, power cables. Also for the legs, these are actually really useful if you want to build like custom Zakus or custom mobile suits. These are really nice to have. And we have the foil sticker. I didn't like this foil sticker in particular, so I end up not using it. Most of the decals you see on this kit are water slide. So yeah. Then we have a whole entire torso. That's really, really useful. That's awesome. So you get a complete Zaku F2 upper torso. Give or take one or two missing polycaps. If you've been building Gunpla a lot at this point, you probably have a lot of leftover polycaps. Also have the front skirt and the power cable that you can attach to that. So you can probably, make use of these with other kits. Alright, so those are the leftover parts. Let's take a look at the instruction manual. Very nice. All these are in Japanese. This kit was released in 2010. And here we have all the action gimmicks on this kit. Also have the bear guy, the original bear guy. Very awesome. Alright, so we have a lot to talk about in this kit. So yeah, some more gimmicks, some tips on how to panel line your Gunpla kits. Obviously this fill marker isn't really that good because you can just straight up use the panel liner, the Gundam marker. So yeah, also you can give it some nice detail using a silver marker if you want to create like battle damages and how to clean up some of the stuff. And yeah, and you can also, they tell you can reuse the foil sticker to create extra details for your kit. That's actually a nice tip right there. Anyway, Gunpla is all about freedom, so you can feel free to do whatever you like with your kit. Anyway, let's start off with the accessories. So this thing right here is a shield that was originally part of the shoulder shield here, and these are the leg armors, the knee armor, and more specifically, and from the F2. And they just take all this part and cobble it together and add a handle to it, so now you have a handheld shield. To be honest with you, this thing isn't really that cool. This is probably the weakest part of the kit, so I probably won't be using this at all. Anyway, and then we have the leftover He-Hawk with the side skirt attachment clip right there. That's removable. I did detail that a little bit, but anyway, it's just another He-Hawk. We have so many of these He-Hawk already, especially you've been watching this channel. I have a lot of Zakus here. Now, the funny thing about the Zakus is in Asia, people really love the Zakus. And no matter how many versions of the Zaku Bandai releases, people eat it up. So, yeah, that's very interesting to know. And then also we have this very large beam axe thing. It's not a He-Hawk, it's actually a beam axe. These are beam energy effect. So that's very interesting. Obviously this is not from the Universal Century. Not all Zakus are able to wield beam weapons. Only I think the action Zaku were able to use it, and like Zaku 3s and upward, onward. So yeah, very nice beam weapon. This can be wielded both hands. You can just attach another hand right here in this section, and then you can have a dual wield. All right, so we have 2 universal multi-purpose gripping hands here. Very nice. 2 closed fists already attached to the Zaku. 1 trigger finger for machine gun, or yeah, both machine guns, and then we have 1 open hand. Now, where are the machine guns? That's a good question, because the machine guns are actually attached to the back via these sub arms. And basically, if you're looking at the box art, the machine gun can be, articulated like that when it's, fighting, engaging in combat, like so. That's actually very neat. This one is not held in properly, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So now we have both weapons engaging the enemy, also the missile pods. So yeah, let's take a look at this kit in action real quick. And look at all the detail added to it. The grenades are attached to the side skirt, so that's another accessory. And I put a lot of decals and extra painted details. I painted in all the missiles red, so they're easier to see. And yeah, I really like this version. I was really skeptical about this one. I'm just like, wow, this is just another Zaku with a whole bunch of nonsense attached to it. I feel like it was going to be kind of flimsy with armor parts falling off here and there, but it's incredibly solid. My only complaint is probably about these sub-arms, and it's probably because the way these weapons are attached, when you're trying to articulate them, sometimes the hand will fall apart and the weapon will fall off. But other than that, this is a super solid kit. Alright, so where do I start? Let's start off with the articulation. The articulation is slightly different from the F2 design. So, mostly due to all the extra bulk that's added onto the armor. And the only improved articulation here is the waist section. Now, they did away with the power cable system a little bit. It's the older ones, the power cable attached directly to the backpack in a way that kind of hinders articulation. In this new version, the waist articulation is slightly better. It's not a whole lot better, but it's actually slightly better. Yeah, you get slightly more articulation out of that. But other than that, it's pretty much the same exact kit with the same exact articulations, minus the hindrance from all the extra armor bits that goes on to this build. So obviously we got new articulated points for these sub arms, which you can use to position the weapons, like so. You can have it firing this way, but it's probably better if you use it this way. This is the way it's intended, so that you can actually get the arm up and stuff like that. Or maybe you can do it like that, whatever you want, it's fine. So you can fire backwards if there's, if you need to engage enemy from behind or is running away. You can obviously, have the machine guns firing backward while it's flying away. Also have a clip here for the He-Hawk, the massive beam He-Hawk weapon right there. So that's pretty cool. Got this humongous thrusters, full thruster ports on the back, so obviously high maneuverability. Added extra armor piece on the legs. Spike knees, so he can knee an enemy and cause extra damage. Missiles on the side skirts, very nice touch. These side skirts can be articulated like that, so you can have more articulation out of that. Yeah, that's actually a slight improvement over the traditional Zaku design. And obviously we repurposed the Zaku machine gun magazine here for the cannon on the forearm. This is a very nice looking weapon. I really like it. It's really cool. Alright, and also add a piece right here for the shoulder armor to give it a more of a beefier look. And we repurposed the missile pods from the legs for these forearm missiles. Yeah. You can see since they were attached to the side of the legs, the numbers doesn't really match up. I can either remove these stickers in the future. I think I'm just gonna keep it like that. You know, it makes the kit look more interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. This is actually a really solid kit, and if you like Zakus, assuming if you don't have a lot of Zakus or you're obsessed with Zakus, I would definitely recommend picking this up. Yeah, this is definitely, and even if you don't like having a lot of Zakus, you know, this is the one to get, really. If you just have to have 1 or 2 Zakus in your collection, I would definitely recommend picking this up. You're gonna be very happy with this this variant of the Zaku 2. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this review. You know, it's pretty simple. I mean, I reviewed tons and tons of Zakus on this channel. Most people probably be like, yeah, you need to stop reviewing Zakus or something. Anyway, either way, it's a very nice kit. Definitely check it out. And as always, thanks for watching.